Every game begins the same way.
What's up, Orange and Black Nation? Welcome back to Orioles Fan Central, your #1 channel for insider news and in-depth analysis on the Baltimore Orioles. Before we plunge into what might be the most crucial offseason in the franchise's recent history, I have an important request. If you're new here or haven't clicked yet, subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our exclusive updates. I guarantee this interseason will be busy, and you want first-hand access to every confirmed rumor and every detailed analysis. Let's grow this community together. Folks, the 2025 season was a true test for the fans' heart. After the euphoria of 2024, the last-place finish in the AL East was unacceptable. The front office and ownership have an obligation to respond, and that is why the news I bring you today, based on internal sources and corroborated by the analysis of renowned insiders like Mark Feinsand of MLB.com, is a ray of hope. The Orioles are poised to become aggressive players in the free agent market. Historically, as we know, the franchise has been averse to massive spending, preferring internal development and surgical moves. But the tide is turning. The competitive window for our young core, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, and the talents on the way, is opening now, and the front office knows it has an obligation to capitalize on it. Feinsand raises the real possibility that the Orioles will not just seek to fill gaps, but rather pursue A-list free agents. This is a seismic shift in the team's philosophy, and its importance to us, the fans, is immeasurable. It's not just about improving the team, it's about demonstrating a serious commitment to winning. The most critical item on our to-do list is starting pitching. It is the backbone of any contending team. Grayson Rodriguez's health is a recurring question mark, and the depth and consistency of the rotation were fatal in 2025. Feinsand mentions big names: Dylan Cease, Michael King, Ranger Suarez, and Framber Valdez. Dylan Cease and Framber Valdez would be the highest impact additions. Cease with his strikeout stuff and history of durability, or Valdez with his low ball movement and ground ball induction, would bring instant credibility to the top of our rotation. Think about the psychological impact of having an established ace taking the mound every 5 days. This relieves pressure on the youngsters and stabilizes the bullpen. Michael King and Ranger Suarez represent more controlled yet still high-level options with the potential to be frontline starters. The acquisition of at least one of these elite names is crucial. I personally view the pursuit of 2 top-tier pitchers as the ideal move given our shortage. On offense, the mention of Pete Alonso is what really gets my blood pumping. Alonso, a proven impact hitter and solid first baseman, would be the power hitter we lacked in crucial moments of 2025. If we look at the 2025 statistics, the team struggled to generate runs in high-pressure situations. A slugger with Alonso's 40 home run history not only adds power, but lengthens the lineup and provides protection for Rutschman and Henderson. The negotiation for Alonso would be a statement of intent. The Orioles are no longer waiting. They are building a team to win now. The front office, led by the high brass, seems to have finally recognized that internal development, however successful, needs to be supplemented by established talent to close the gap that separates us from the Yankees and Red Sox in the division. Conversations behind the scenes indicate that the payroll is ready to be raised. This is the time to act, and the most reliable sources indicate that the time is now. The injection of capital and experienced talent is the key to transforming a promising team into a true title contender. Friends, let's deepen the analysis on the impact of these decisions and what the data tells us about the urgency to act. The idea that our window is closing is not alarmist. It is a reality based on modern baseball trends. While our core is young, the control time of these players via rookie contracts is diminishing. To maximize the potential of this talent group before salary commitments become astronomical, 2026 is the year to go all in. In 2025, one point that hurt the Orioles was the performance of starting pitching away from Camden Yards. Statistically, our starting pitcher's ERA in road games was in the lower tier of the league, reflecting the lack of a dominant ace who could control the game regardless of the environment. The signing of a Cease or Valdez aims to correct this immediately, bringing stability and a significant reduction in the whip, walks plus hits per innings pitched of our rotation. If we can reduce the rotation's combined whip by at least 0.15 points with one elite addition, the impact will be felt in every tight win. Another trend that needs to be addressed is offensive depth. While Rutschman and Henderson delivered, the drop in production around the 5th and 6th spots in the lineup was evident. The possible addition of Pete Alonso not only solves the first base issue, but more importantly, injects power and home run frequency into a position where production was inconsistent. A 40 home run hitter guarantees at least 100 RBIs, runs batted in, and forces opposing pitchers to make more cautious pitches to the rest of our lineup. This protection is fundamental for Henderson and Rutschman to see better pitches and consequently continue producing at a high level. The importance of these moves goes beyond the statistics. It's about team culture and fan engagement. When the front office spends to bring in an elite player, it sends a clear message: we are serious. Signing an all-star caliber veteran like Alonso or an established ace like Cease injects experience and leadership into a predominantly young group. This raises the standard of demand and professionalism in the daily routine. Engagement with the franchise increases exponentially. Think about ticket sales, television ratings, and the overall excitement that the name Pete Alonso would generate in Baltimore. This direct connection between the front office's ambition and the fans' passion is the fuel for a winning environment. The fan wants to see that the team is as invested in winning as they are, and pursuing the biggest names on the market is the most tangible way to demonstrate that investment. The path to contention in the AL East, a brutally competitive division, involves stopping saving talent and starting to buy, proven talent. The Orioles have the youth, the foundation is set. Now they need the catalyst. The sources are unanimous. The front office has the green light to go shopping. This is the offseason where the Orioles stop building a team and start fine-tuning a title contender. From 502 words. Folks, the main news is clear. The Baltimore Orioles are positioning themselves to be major players in the free agent market. The possibility of going after an elite ace like Cease or Valdez and an impact hitter like Pete Alonso completely changes our outlook for 2026. I believe the acquisition of a frontline pitcher is the absolute priority, but the deal for Alonso would instantly transform the team into a favorite in the AL East. What about you? Which move do you think is the most crucial? Do you prefer a pitching ace or Alonso's power in the lineup? Comment below. I want to know your opinion on the front office's strategies. Don't forget to leave your like if you enjoyed the analysis, and most importantly, subscribe so you don't miss our quick and in-depth analyses on every free agent rumor that surfaces. Orioles Fan Central is here to keep you informed with the credibility and passion the team deserves. Go O's! See you in the next update.